like that you say move through emotions. We talk about this quite a bit. Instead of getting over them or all the other things that we'll sometimes say, just ignore it, let it go. We have to move through them because they inform us. And then, unless we want them to become part, as you said, of your identity or part of our energetic pattern unintentionally, moving through them, feel the feels, as we say, right?
Yes.
You gotta feel the feels. You can't suppress it or pretend it's not there or tuck it away in a corner. Because that lends to the mental health of who we are as a being. And that's, again, having compassion for yourself. Go through it. It's not defining you. It's informing you. And when we can look at it that way, instead of saying, oh, I feel sad for a day, that's defining me, I'm now a sad person. It's not defining you. You're sad for a day because something has created sadness within you. Get in touch with it. What has created sadness within you? Once you can identify it, then you can do something about it. But if you just go get over it, then that hurdle is still there, and it's just going to come back to you again and again and again until you do look at it.
Right. And although compassion may show as an action, it's invoked from a feeling.
Yeah.
The feeling is what sparks the action. And so if we're just so willing to just get over or not even experience feelings, the ones that spark love may be overlooked. And then what are we missing? And so we have to be willing, in a form of compassion to ourselves, to feel whether they're the difficult ones or the amazing ones. They're part of the experience to help us understand who we are. And through that, then we can move through them into an action that is beneficial.
And if there's anyone who's like watching this and feels like, well, I just don't have anyone that I can even practice compassion with, that I feel safe enough to be vulnerable, transparent, and practice compassion with, that's really the point of the community that we're building. The like-mindedness, the desire to have these connected, compassionate conversations and really be there for each other. So they can always reach out through any of the avenues to reach us. And if it isn't one of the two of us, which we do, we personally answer a lot of messages. But if it isn't one of the two of us, it'll be a member of our community who anyone can practice with safely in a non-judgmental way, because mental and emotional health is so vital to our overall well-being. And everyone should have someone to talk to and to practice these things with. And that's our goal, is to really create this movement of love where we have this safe space where we can make mistakes and then have someone lift us up and be like, that's okay. That was that choice. Now let's practice it again. And you know how that one felt, so let's do something else.
That's a great point. And what I feel like you're describing really is about what it means to be a heart leader.
Yes.
And yes, it could be someone in a community who's actually leading a community or a portion of the community, but it does stem with the self. How am I leading myself? And so, it does I'm going to bring up emotion again, because I do feel, love is, it is an energy, but we feel it. Like, we don't think love, we feel love. And we don't think emotions, we feel emotions. And then from those, that sparks that action. And so why is compassion such a key attribute of being a heart leader? Is because we start to act from the heart. We're leading from the heart, which then allows our actions to follow suit. And so, every month, each one of these themes are part of what it means to be a heart leader. But this one just, it has that little extra spark. And they're all vital. You can't, they all interconnect and they all integrate. But I feel like now more than ever, people in this world have the capacity for a greater sense of compassion. Because there have been multiple things in a row now that affected all humans in some way, shape, or form. And that can be physically, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually, at all levels. And so we can actually relate, even though we may not have gone through the exact same thing. We may not, some of us are affected far more than the other. We can still have compassion and understanding, because we can start to see each other as another human, not just other.
Yes.
We're dehumanizing, I feel like, is starting to fall off the table. Because, again, love sees love. And when we are all love, and we have the capability of love, then compassion is innate.